Today, let's talk about treatment of breast cancer. What are the types of treatments that are available, and at what point do you need to rush to the doctor and get your breasts checked? I'm seated with a general practitioner at the Medifirm Multi-Specialist Hospital and Fertility Center to help me with this discussion. But before we go into it, let's take this short break. We'll be right back. Dr. Perfect Coker is our guest for today, and as usual, hello, Doc.
Hi.
So we are talking about breast cancer this month, and my first question would be that at what point should you rush to the hospital to get your breasts checked?
Okay, so you should be checking your breasts at least once every month as a woman, and as soon as you notice any unusual changes with your breasts with regards to the skin, or you feel any unusual lump, you feel anything unusual, even if you are not sure whether you feel something or not, you can come to the hospital to confirm. And that's better than just being there and there might be something actually going on. So it's always, as soon as you feel there's something going on, it's always best that you come to the hospital for confirmation or for further investigations.
Yes, and how often should you do an ultrasound and a mammogram?
Okay, so mammogram is more recommended for people who are, for women who are 40 years and above.
Okay.
Because it's also, doing a mammogram considers how dense your breast is. So by then, most women, they've had children, they've breastfed for some time. The breast tissue is dense, and a mammogram can help us see better what is going on with the breast. Yes, for people who are younger or have like little size breasts, an ultrasound can be a good starting point too. That can also help us see if there is something, or notice if there is something in the breast.
Okay. Yes. So in the scenario where someone comes for an ultrasound and you find out that they have breast cancer, how quick does the treatment start, or how fast is it supposed to go?
Okay. First of all, an ultrasound will not tell you outrightly that this thing in the breast is breast cancer or it's not breast cancer. It may pick some lumps or some abnormal tissues in the breast. Yes, but from there you have to do further investigations. So you can do something we call a biopsy. They can take some of the breast tissue to the lab and then do some tests on it that will confirm that these cells are cancerous or these cells are not cancerous, and then some other further tests from there can be done. Then once a diagnosis is made, it's important that treatment is started as early as possible, because time is of essence with regards to treatment of cancer, breast cancer. First of all, the earlier breast cancer is detected, the better the outcomes with regards to treatment, and then the higher the chances of survival. Yes, and then after early detection too, the earlier treatment is started, the better the chances of the management outcomes, and then the chances of survival. Some people find out they have breast cancer, and then out of fear or out of other reasons, they decide not to seek treatment. They go and do other things and come back when it's too late. And at that point, there's little we can do. So we encourage people that as soon as you notice or feel something unusual, you see something unusual, you come to the hospital. And then if you are diagnosed with breast cancer, as early as possible, when you can, you start with treatment.
Okay.
Yeah.
So before we go to the treatment types, I just want to understand how it works. So, is it that the lump that is found in your breast is the only um, thing that represents the cancer, or there's that lump is causing other things to happen in the breast? Or like, are there various individual tissues being affected, or when that particular lump is taken out, so your breast does not have cancer anymore?
Okay, so all of that also depends on a number of factors.
Okay.
Yes, so it could be that at the time that that lump is seen, that is the only lump in your breast, and that's why I said that there are other investigations you do, there are other advanced scans that you do to ascertain that the tissue is just where you found it, or it has spread to other parts of the body. So depending on what stage you are, and that helps with staging of the cancer. So depending on what stage you find it in, then you can plan a treatment modality that suits the person.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so what are the types of treatments available?
Okay, so there's surgical management, and then there's management with medication, that's chemotherapy, and then hormone therapy, and then there's management with radiotherapy. Now you may do one or a combination of any of these depending on the stage in which the cancer was noticed, and then the type of cancer. So depending on the type of breast cancer we are dealing with, the stage of the cancer, the size, and other factors, you can have one or a combination of any of these treatment modalities in managing the breast cancer. So people usually think once you have breast cancer, they are going to cut your breast. Yes, a lot of factors go into deciding that. It doesn't mean that everyone who has breast cancer, that is the only thing that will be done, or that necessarily has to be done. For some, they may take out the cancer and keep the breast and will be okay. For some, depending on when they found it and how aggressive it is, or the type of cancer you are dealing with, you may have to take out the whole breast tissue with other tissues that might have been affected. For some, it may be too late. They might have come late. The cancer might have spread to other parts of the body already. And at that point, all these treatment modalities will just be done just to make the person comfortable and not actually to cure the person. And because the cancer can spread to other parts of the body, that's why we encourage people, we are trying to create awareness, trying to encourage people to keep checking, keep examining themselves, keep screening, and then report early, start treatment early, so that we can, as much as possible, prevent it from spreading to other parts of the body, and then we can do something about it as early as possible.
Okay, so when someone presents with a lump, do they have the option to decide that, because from our previous discussions we understood that some of the factors that cause it are hereditary, or you cannot control them. So yes, if maybe it's in the person's family line and they think, oh, I found one lump in my breast and it's been removed, so can I just take off the whole breast so that I won't have to come back with any lump, because I don't know what will happen? So do people have that choice to make those decisions?
Yes, people have the choice to make those decisions, but those decisions aren't made alone.
Okay.
Because if you decide that you take out your breast today, it's a surgery that is done, and then we can't reverse it. So you make that decision with your doctor, and then you would look at all the factors that come into play and look at the risk against the benefits of doing that and whether that is what you need at that time. And then that decision can be made. It doesn't mean that if you just walk in that this is what you want to do. It's actually the right decision. So a professional would help guide you as to what exactly you can do. But it's possible if sometimes if you think that leaving the breast we are likely to have the cancer coming back or growing again, it's better to take the tissue out. Of course, that can be done.
Is it true that every breast cancer must lead to cutting the breast?
Okay, so as I earlier mentioned, to surgically remove the breast, a lot of factors come into play.
Okay.
Not just that you have cancer, you've been diagnosed of breast cancer. Yes, the size of the cancer, the location, the spread, whether it has spread out of the breast to other places, even the size of your breast, all comes into play. Like the kind of tissue we are dealing with, they all come into play in making that decision.
Okay.
And that's why I mentioned that for some people, once it's seen very early and it's something very small, that taking out the tissue, just the lump out and leaving the breast will not cause any issues in future. That can be done without taking out the whole breast.
Okay, this means that cutting the breast is not the only solution.
Exactly.
Okay, so there's chemotherapy. How long does it take?
Well,
it depends.
It all depends on, again, it all depends on the factors surrounding the breast cancer, and then how the patient also responds to treatment. Because there are a number of sessions they are supposed to do, and it's not fixed that it has to be this number of sessions only. Some people who respond very well might have fewer sessions than other people. Yes.
Okay, so for radiotherapy and the other ones, at what stages do people normally go through that?
The radiotherapy, there are also some guidelines to that. There are some factors that make us know that this person's treatment will respond more to radiotherapy or not. So based on all those factors, we look at all those factors and then we decide that this person can go straight to do radiotherapy. This person can start with chemotherapy and then later do surgery and continue with chemotherapy.
Okay.
This person can start with surgery and later continue with chemotherapy.
Okay.
This person can do surgery and do hormone therapy. And so it's all depends on what we are dealing with. Yes, person specific. Okay. And then the kind of cancer, the timing, the size. Yes.
Yes. So, okay, that makes very good sense, because people would want to know maybe how long or which treatment options they can choose. But I've now come to understand that we have to know what you are going through to be able to prescribe a solution for you.
Yes, exactly.
So, lastly, let's talk about why it is important to screen your breast, come to the hospital as early as you can, and all the things that we've been encouraging people to do.
Yes. So, first of all, breast cancer is preventable.
Okay.
Yes.
Preventable.
We can prevent breast cancer.
Okay.
And then, secondly, early detection saves life.
Okay.
The earlier we find out about it, the better our treatment options, the better their response to treatment options. Yes. So that is why we keep encouraging people to live to choose healthy practices, lifestyle choices that would prevent them or reduce their risk of getting breast cancer in order to prevent them from getting it. And also we are encouraging people to learn how to know their breasts and learn how to examine their breasts personally, and then also do regular routine screening. Yes, so that if there's anything and it's picked up early. There are stories of many people who noticed breast cancer very early, a lump very early, and then something was done about it, and we have a lot of survival stories there. Yeah. Yes, the story shouldn't always end in something gloomy. It shouldn't always be that someone had breast cancer and then the person died. That is not this. That shouldn't be the story. That is not always the story. Yes, so we are trying to change the narrative and trying to make people aware that there's hope and then there is help with breast cancer. But they also have to play their part by doing self-examination, by living healthy lifestyles, by screening, and then by reporting early to the hospital if there's something going on, and also start early treatment if they are diagnosed with breast cancer, rather than running away or doing nothing about it.
Right. Thank you very much. Personally, what I picked from our conversation is that finding a lump in your breast is not a death sentence. No. It doesn't mean that you are going to cut your breast off or you are going to die. But when you find it early, something can be done about it, and then you'll be fine. Thank you very much, Doc, for the insights and the education. And also thank you very much for watching this episode. We'll be back with another one. My name is Stella J. Jomsode.
The Ghana Water Company from Sunday, October 2nd, 2022 commenced spilling of excess water in its dam at Weija. 2 days down the line, this has resulted in flooding in various communities in the Weija municipality. Currently, this is a bridge serving one of the areas in Weija called Away. The bridge serves as one of the parts that leads to the area, and currently the excess water or the flood water is threatening to cut this place off. We understand that a lot of people are currently in their homes and have been left stranded. Those who have been able to brace the flood waters are making their way out of the community. We speak to some of the community members to find out their plight.
It is the main one that serves the community and the new Weija. It links old Weija and new Weija.
And now it is being cut off.
Yeah, and it's the first time, honestly. You know, we had a catchment area. We had a catchment area that was some pits that keeps the water, and then they've come to dump boiler waste in it. And because of that, that is what you are seeing. Everywhere is flooded.
You just came from there?
Yeah, I live across.
What's the situation?
Extra worse. People are having to relocate. In fact, for so many years I have lived here, I've never witnessed anything like this. It is precarious. Lives might be lost. Yes, I do. I
understand some people have been caught up in their rooms.
Yes, I mean, it's more trouble. You can't even move your car, you know, and that is what it is. So I decided to check what is happening around this area too, and this is what I see. For about 2 days now, people have not been able to get out of their houses, and it is getting worse. You know, that is the situation. No. It's not waterways. We don't have people building in waterways. We used to have pits where the Chinese dug soil from there. I had to build the National Theatre. You know, and so the waters were collecting there whenever they spilled the dam. But they've come to put boiler in it. It's become a dumping site. They want to reclaim the land and sell it. So once they put waste in it, the water has nowhere to hold than to come into the houses. That is the problem.
And a bridge weapon a fine
and your bridge in so a biwa. Yet to me for her, and round corner, and in then I am massa. Sunday no move. About 3 years.
3 years now. It's one about the sign affected.
Missy, your name in Academ. Yemina home. So far, me fancy a fridge. Yantare, your bag. Near maybe as I say, what them be out. The dream will move. About your eye. About your eye. And yes, this is your baby. Actually, there be. Them. Now, dear, will be able to make our side. We want to buy a memenedano, and I'm not so for Sierra no be an engineer and massa. It's the end of the day and name is ISA. It will be quite a demo, you say, a bit a bebasa.
Mohan said in Sony Bemono, a bit more say Mohan in Sony Kansas, we see that one, Kansas,
Sir, we are what are now bad. They were hesitating and shall say, ye be a bear, the Baba Togo. But when you sit down and show you, we are not sure. Yes, Rabbi say, the afternoon, Mobia be our pass or Baboy Biano. Or no, I'm a boy, a panachawala. You go to Jesu Panacho, yes, and almost you, Mukakran, Asiade, your whole tree.
So for residents of New Weija, this bridge that links them to the various parts of the Weija and its environs, the furthest this water has risen to is about 6 feet. But now it has gotten to the bridge level, threatening to come over the bridge. We understand that some or several residents have been locked up in their homes, and some residents say this is most likely to lead to the loss of lives. Reporting from the Weija municipality in the Greater Accra region for GhanaWeb TV, George AC.
Ghana, Nigeria, Jollof. Which one do you prefer?
Every time this question comes to me, if I give this answer, people will shout. If I give this answer, people will shout. You know what? Remember that your mother food, the one your mom gave you from me, Francie, is always the best.
good to have you back. Today on People and Places, we want to do something a little different. We're going to learn about a Nigerian community in Ghana. We are exploring the story, history, and culture of the Igbo community here in Ghana. And to help us do this, we have a distinguished guest whom we'll meet right after this break. My name is Wanda Mihigan. I'll see you after the break. Welcome aboard. Welcome back from the break. Thank you for staying with us. This is still People and Places. We are inside the royal palace of the Nigerian king of the Igbo community in Ghana, His Royal Majesty Eze Dr. Chukwudi Iheneku Igwe.
Thank you.
And welcome to the show once again. You've spent 10 years on the throne as Diasporan King. How has the journey been for you so far?
First of all, I give God Almighty glory and praise, who made it possible for me to occupy the throne, where we have thousands and millions of Igbos in diaspora over here. But God chooses me to be here by the confirmation of mankind. I thank God Almighty. 10 years of journey is not an easy thing. These 10 years of great experience, 10 years of few enemies around, 10 years of struggling to make sure the throne stands, 10 years of solving people's problem here and there, 10 years of listening to so many stories, whether it's Jenny or not, 10 years of also not having time for my children and my wife, 10 years of traveling all around Ghana, bringing Igbo people together and introducing them to the authority of the land. 10 years of also meeting Ghanaian kings and queen mothers all over Ghana, introducing Igbo people and Igbo culture to them. 10 years of also fighting the best we can to let our people know the laws of Ghana, what that is prohibited for them not to do and what is good for foreigners to do in Ghana. 10 years of great experience.
And we thank God for that. So we want to just boil down to who the Igbo people are. We want to understand the word Igbo. What does it mean?
As long as I'm concerned, the word Igbo, we have never have a proper explanation, the word Igbo. All I know is we are the tribe of the Igbos.
Okay.
But we the Igbos traced our origin from Israel. Okay? So some people will tell you that the name Igbo is also in existence in Israel. Some will tell you this is the name we have come to inherit. So when you say the Igbo, all we know that the Igbos are the people from the east part of Nigeria. And the Igbos are the hardworking people. The Igbos are those that are into entrepreneurship. The Igbos are those into commerce businesses. The Igbos are those that are into, those that work so hard to make life better. Igbos are those that make every environment conducive for them and those that they live around. Igbos are those people that share communion with their people. Igbos are those that want to make sure that if you are around them, if they are progressing, you must progress along with them. Igbos are those people that never allow either you, their brother, or a friend, or their well-wishers to suffer, but rather they want to carry you along. So the name Igbo, to me, is a name that has a lot of total package that people all over the world, when you associate with any Igbo man, you will never regret associating with them. So the name Igbo has a lot of meanings in it.
You mentioned brotherliness and togetherness. That's something I've come to know the Igbo people for. How many states does the Igbo tribe or ethnic group have?
Okay, we have 5 Igbo core states.
Okay.
Then we have Igbo-speaking communities in Delta State and in River States. So, but we have 100% 5 Igbo core states that speaks only Igbo. But we have 2 other states that has Igbo-speaking communities within there.
Okay, so what are these 5 states?
We have Abia State, Anambra State, Ebonyi State, Enugu State, Imo State.
Right. Eze, can you tell us how the Igbo people came to Ghana?
Okay. I don't think somebody have 100% history how the Igbos came to Ghana. But you know, migration comes in so many forms. One might be traveling because of business. One might travel because of famine. One might travel because he wants to travel. It comes in so many ways. So I cannot say the first Igbo man that came to Ghana was in so year. No. But all we know is Igbos came to Ghana at early time of in the existence of Africa. So I cannot say the very first time an Igbo man come to Ghana, but Igbos that live in Ghana, you know, one thing about the Igbos, if an Igbo man move from here to Kumasi, in the next 2-3 months, he would like to bring his brother to Kumasi. In the next 4 months, he would like to bring his brother. Maybe coming to Kumasi, he will say, you know what, don't get to Kumasi, stop in Ejesu. Stay here, and let's also expand our business in Ejesu. Some will say, okay, now we have been able to cover Ejesu. Before you know what's going on, 2-3 people are in Ejesu. From there, you see other people in Suhum. That's how Igbos move. But I cannot say this exactly when they come to Ghana. But all I know is the movement of every Igbo man attracts his or her brother to move along with them, because, like I said, we are people that will share, you know, dividends. Dividends, I mean, is when an Igbo man see a good way to make it in life, he will bring his brother along the line.
And the kingship, leadership of the Igbo community in Ghana, how does the system work?
In the total Igbo community, we call Igbo community Places and Diaspora Link, we have a president that is in charge, whom his name is President Chief Uche Anyog.
Okay.
Now, he is the president of all the Igbos in Ghana. Now, we now have state meetings that have their various chairmen that rule them. Now, traditionally, I am their king, to the glory of God. You know, in Ghana, the way they call Nana, Nene, Ni, that represent king in English. Eze, Igwe, means a king. So I am their king that see to all the Igbos that live in Ghana.
Right.
Then I also have other sub-kings in charge of various local governments and the regions. So our leadership here is structured like that. So the chairman and the president of the Igbo community is by political by election of our people. So there will be election that will bring you into the office for 3 years. After that, you can contest again, or someone else will contest, become the chairman. But the kingship is not by election. It's by the love of the people and who can get it done.
And you've mentioned the hierarchy and leadership style of the Igbos in Ghana. I also know that you have honorary chiefs. And for example, you conferred one of those titles on one of our very own gospel musicians, Empress Gifty, recently. What went into that, and what does that symbolize?
Okay, you know, a king is a father to all, and every king has every right to honor anybody he want to honor by giving him or her a chieftaincy title. It's for honor, a chieftaincy title. Now, there must be a purpose why the king is giving such honor to the person. 1, 2, somebody can also come on his own and say, my king, I think I've gotten to the level in life I want to add a chief to my name. I want to take crown from you as a chief. Now, the chieftaincy committee of the throne will look at it and interview the person that came by himself. He wants to take a chieftaincy to know if he's somebody of a good character. If he is, investigations will be, conduct behind him and also in front of him. If he is, then the chieftaincy department will give approval to the king and say, this man merited or this woman merited for the chieftaincy. You can crown him. Now, the one the king by himself can tell somebody, I want to give you a chieftaincy. There must be a purpose. Maybe the purpose is you a man or you a woman that you are giving to the society. You are supporting the society. You are supporting the less privileged. Or you a man or woman that your voice has gone very far to the world. Either the voice that you are a singer, like Empress Gifty, that I count. She's a gospel musician in Ghana. Her music has gone very far in the world, and the people in Ghana love her music. Her music has also become a blessing to many. So such person, you need to honor her so you can encourage her more. If you look at the honor we gave to her last week Sunday, that has also encouraged her more, and that has also spread things about her more, and the world also want to know her more. So now Jim Ike was also crowned here, and Empress Gifty will give her Ugomandi. Ugoma meaning the beautiful eagle. An eagle is not just a bird you can just see like that, and it's a precious bird. So we gave her Ugoma. Jim Ike will give him Ohamadikendi. But Ohamadike is a great man that is known for some certain purposes. He's a very good actor, but the whole world knows Jim Ike. So we gave him that name to honor him. We did not ask them to give us $1, 1 naira. It is the kingship that I confer on people and say, I want to give you a chieftaincy title. I don't ask you to give me money. It's an honor from my heart, honor from the throne. I'll give you a chieftaincy title. So we gave her the chieftaincy title to honor her and to add more to her CV and add more strength to her to work more hard. And when you confer chieftaincy to people, it makes them to be cautious of their life. Now, so I'm not just who I am before, but now and a bigger honor has added to me, and that will also help for the promotion of the good work of the throne. For if the throne can honor a great woman, a great man like this, it means the throne is worthy to be associated with.
Right. There's more we want to learn about your people, especially the traditions of your people, but we want to first take a break, and we'll return to focus more on the traditions, peculiar, unique traditions of the Igbo people. We'll learn more from Ezra, so stay with us. We'll be right back.
Now, let's learn something interesting about Ghana. Etiwa Range Forest Reserve is the largest forest in Ghana, covering a total of 260 square kilometers of Etiwa. The forest is not only rich in life but also in minerals. That's all for this week on Facts About Ghana. Until next time, let's get back and learn more with Wanda and her guests.
Many thanks for staying with us. Thank you, Enam, for the tips and facts about Ghana. We are still in the royal palace of His Royal Majesty, the King of Igbo community in Ghana. And just before the break, I told you we were going to delve more into the conversation. Now we are going to focus on the traditions of the Igbo people in Ghana. Usually the kings or leaders walk with a staff in your hands. Okay.
Different staffs. So we call it authority. Ofo. Yes, Ofo is authority. Yes, Ofo is authority. But in the modern world, we have to have different designs of all these things.
Okay.
Then we have also the elephant talks.
Okay.
And so forth.
Okay.
So you can also decide to have the long, like this long staff.
Okay.
You can decide to. It depends on how you want to costume yourself.
Right.
But the staff you see we are holding in the hands is authority. Yes.
Usually when you see kings, like it was exhibited at the recent Yam Festival, they greet with the staff 3 times. What does that mean?
In our Igbo, only the title holders that greet in that way 3 times.
Okay.
When you greet, we have 4 market days: Eke, Orie, Afo, Nkwo. These are 4 market days that Igbos used to count their weeks.
Okay.
We don't count our weeks like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. We count by the market. Remember that Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, these things are by the counting of the English people. But before the Westerners come to Africa, we already existed. Africa existed. So we count our days by the 4 market days. So when they say that 3 is Eke, Orie, Afo, Nkwo.
Okay.
So the 3 market days that they count. Some also counted by their title. Some counted by their symbols. So, but now the world has changed. The global village has changed a lot of things. So now whether you're a title holder, you're not a title holder, you see people doing that. But normally, you cannot do that if you are not a title holder.
I also would like to understand, during the festival, I noticed some people were wearing war smokes with a lot of symbols on it. That's something that's similar to the war smokes that people wear in Ghana, especially in the northern part of Ghana.
You see, when the warriors, in olden days, the warriors are known to be the native doctors or people that native doctors prepared them to go for war. All those symbols become the symbol of their juju, their gauze. Because when a native doctor prepare you to go to war, either he puts medicine in your body that prevents guns not to get into you, or he put medicine on your body that will dictate where the enemies are, or medicine in your body that will give you strength, or medicine in your body that will give you the power for you to be able to shoot a target, or give you medicine that no matter, even if the gun get to you, you're not gonna die. So those symbols are different medicines they put on their body in olden days. Now, because the world has become a global village, like I keep saying, people are now using those things as a fashion.
Okay.
But those days is not a fashion.
Okay.
When you see them, like when you see Ezemo come out, Ezemo is the leader of the Gauls. When Ezemo come out, you can see his body is fortified. Like the warriors here in Ghana, you see it's fortified. So those things is not just normal. Those things is 100% African powers. But now people design it, and it's normal costume. Yes.
Okay. Your festival, I know about the Yam Festival.
Yeah, we'll celebrate Yam Festival. Okay, let me just say this way. Everybody in Igbo land celebrate Yam Festival. This is what we acquired from our forefathers. It's heritage. Okay. In the same Igbo land, people celebrate different things. Some people celebrate rice.
Okay.
Some people celebrate their palm wine. It depends. Now, some people celebrate wrestling, mba, we call it mba.
Okay.
So, even next year, 2023, I want to introduce the wrestling, the Maya Festival. Yes, we call it mba. So there are so many things that we celebrate in Igbo land, but the major celebration of every Igbo man is Yam Festival.
What's the history behind the Yam Festival? A brief history.
Okay, the history is a Thanksgiving. It's a Thanksgiving. You know, it's a time of harvest that we are thanking God for giving us life to go to the farm, plant our crops, and He has given us life to harvest all the crops that we've planted. So we are thanking God for that opportunity, and now asking God to give us the opportunity, the grace, the resources, the money, the strength, the manpower, the manure, the fertile land for we to plant our crops again for next season. It's all about Thanksgiving. Then among all the crops, the one that our forefathers celebrate a lot is the yam.
Okay.
So it's all about Thanksgiving. When we say Yam Festival, it's all about Thanksgiving, like a harvest. Thanking God for giving us the opportunity, and now we are alive and we are harvesting. Also ask God to receive the souls of those that died along the process in peace, and give us life to, plant and harvest in the next season.
As I understand, the Igbo people are very cultural people. What kind of music do you enjoy? What kind of dance do the Igbo people dance? Can you take us through a little bit of your culture?
Okay. We have different Igbo music. We have a music we call Igbo. Igbo is kind of a royal dance. They beat the drum very slowly. We have Oja, the flute. You see my boy that blew the flute. We have Oja. We have high life music.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Like the way I have Ghana.
High life music.
We have high life music. We have different music in different areas. We have what we call Ibunango. Like in my village, we dance Ibunango. Okay? So it's a seasonal festival dance, seasonal cultural dance that will display every 2 years. There are some communities that display their own every year. We call it Kurosha. Some dance Mangu. You see the masquerade you saw there? Mangu. Some dance Ekeleke, some dance Owo, some dance Okonko, some dance Ipilipo Hafia. There are so many different
dances.
Cultural dance.
Okay.
Cultural dancers display, within the Igbo land.
Okay.
There's no particular one.
And naming. This is also something I've observed. There's a lot of Chukwu in Igbo names. And I understand Chukwu is God in the Igbo language. Is there any particular reason why you have a lot of Chukwu in your names?
Okay. Igbos, we have too much faith in the Lord, God Almighty. So almost everybody attaches God to their children's name. And the other way around, Igbos also name their children according to the event of that time, or the circumstances at the pregnant time of their wife, or the harvest time, or the hard time, or the good time. You understand? So the Igbos look at the names like that, but they always attach God, because we love God a lot. Like my name, Chukwudi. Chukwudebere, that's the complete name, Chukwudebere. God is merciful.
Okay.
Some answer Chukwudindo, God is alive. God, people answer Chukwuemeze, God has done it. People answer Chinemerem, God is doing it for me. Some people answer Chibundum, God is my life. It's so many people answer Chukwuemeka, God has done it. People answer Chioma, God is good. People answer Oge Chikama, like my first daughter is Oge Chikama, God's time is the best. My first daughter was in her mom's stomach for 22 months. So immediately we gave birth to her, I called her Oge Chikama. God's time is the best.
Wow.
You see, so based on the circumstances of her birth, I gave her that name, Oge Chikama. God's time is the best. Because we will try the best we can. Doctors, nurses, churches, and all that. God says no. When the time comes, the baby come alive. No cesarean, nothing. So wow. God's time is the best.
That's amazing. Marriage. Do Igbos encourage intermarriage? I mean, do they marry from other ethnic tribes? Do they marry from other countries? Or they really like to marry from within themselves?
With the history we know about the Igbos, centuries ago, Igbos always want to marry their fellow Igbos.
Okay.
Even the Bible said it's marry in your own tribe.
Okay.
So our forefathers maintained that. But as we are growing up, things are changing. People travel from one point to another. People travel from one country to another. You find love anywhere you are. So if you find love anywhere you are, you have to break some certain protocols and carry on your life that way. So now, Igbos are encouraging intermarriage from different tribes and different countries.
Let's talk about food. Yam is a
my wife is a Ghanaian.
Oh, really?
Yes.
That's very interesting.
My wife is a Ghanaian. My wife is from Anomabo.
That's
Central
really
region.
nice.
And the mother is from Birowa.
Wow.
So we've married for 24 years now.
Wow.
So
you met her in Ghana?
I met her in Ghana.
Beautiful.
So I married a Ghanaian. And many of us married to Ghanaians also.
Beautiful.
So these are also to let the people of the world know that it's not compulsory you must marry from your tribe. The world is the same. But the most important thing is the both of you love yourselves and maintain your family levels and family respect.
Right. So the food of Igbos is, aside yam, which I hear is one of your staples.
Apart from yam, we have cocoa yam, we have cassava, we have okwa, we have oba, we have ona.
Okay.
We have different things in it. If you come to other things, we also have what we call opo. Opo, they use it to prepare soup.
Okay.
We have egusi, we have obono, we have achi, we have ofo, we have ugiri, we have oha, we have ogo, we have untorogba. These are things that we eat. A lot of them. We have mbobofe. We have otase. We have ozoza. We have nchongu. Ghanaians call it scent leaf.
Okay.
Yes. We have also bitter leaf.
And which Ghanaian food have you enjoyed in all your 27 years of living in Ghana?
You know one good thing here, my wife is a caterer.
Wow.
So she cooks all kind of food.
A lot of local.
All her food is nice. My beautiful wife, Queen Liberty, her food is beautiful. All kind of food she cooks. So you can't even say this one is better than this one. All her foods are good. Abangwa is good. Okoto red is good. Fatikenke is good. Kakra soup. What's it? Krankra soup. Krankra soup is always good.
You've tried a lot of Ghanaian.
Oh yes.
I can imagine.
A lot.
I can imagine. But yours is an interesting combination. Nigerian, specifically Igbo, and a beautiful Ghanaian wife. That means a lot of Nigerian food and a lot of Ghanaian food.
Yes.
That brings me to the question of the jollof wars. Ghana, Nigeria, jollof. Which one do you prefer?
This is difficult question. Every time this question comes to me, if I give this answer, people will shout. If I give this answer, people will shout. You know what? Remember that your mother food, the one your mom gave you, from me fancy, is always the best. No matter how beautiful your wife will cook, your mom food is always the best for you. So I said my mom cooked jollof rice better than anybody in the world.
Okay.
As long as she's alive. But if I go home now, I'm gonna eat her food. And my wife is aware. If we travel to village, I eat always from my mom's kitchen. But my wife will cook better, powerful soup, powerful food. But that one my mom cooked is the best for me. So as long as my mom is still alive, my mom's jollof rice is the best jollof rice in the world.
That's a very interesting answer. Very interesting. Okay. Now we want to wrap up the first part of this conversation. I want to ask how you would be able to, how can you tell somebody is an Igbo in Ghana? I mean, if you see somebody, what identifies a person as an Igbo?
Most Igbos are fair in complexion.
Okay.
Most Igbos have forehead.
Okay.
Most Igbos have flat kind of hair, back hair. Then most Igbos are very proud.
Okay.
Most Igbos are good communicator. Most Igbos are good in business. Before you can sit with an Igbo man, only 1 second, 2 seconds, you must know it's an Igbo man. Because the kind of ideas that come out of him, you will know, oh, Charlie, he's a Nigerian man. And the Igbo man is always difficult to see an Igbo man that does not speak in wisdom.
Okay.
Every woman speaks wisdom. And when you hear them speaking, you will know this is an Igbo man. The way we try to, because we are not English people, we are pure Africans. So we try the best we can to carry our language along with us. Then Igbo men also, by their dressing, every man always want to dress good. And every man also want to dress like this is our local attire. So as soon as you say it, you say, oh my God, this the first, even if you say it's a Nigerian, every Ghanaian, people around the world, when they see Nigerians, their mind first of all is an Igbo man. Then from there to interview him or from there to discuss with him, then you realize whether he's Igbo or Hausa or Yoruba. These are the major three tribes.
Right.
So there are a lot of signs around Igbo man that will make you to know Igbo man.
And what do Igbo men and women do, like profession-wise? Mostly, what do they do in Ghana?
Trade.
Okay.
Trade. We're all over the market, all over the streets. Trading.
Right.
Yeah.
Thank you
We're
so
two
much.
commerce.
Thank you so much,
God
Eze, for speaking to us and giving us some insights, interesting insights about the people of Igbo. But this is just the first part. We are going to speak again where we'll concentrate more on your stay in Ghana and how the Igbo people relate to Ghanaians. But thank you so much for your time. So that will be all for this edition of People and Places. There's more to enjoy, and so stay with us. In the next edition, we'll bring you more. I've been speaking to the king, the diasporan king of the Igbo community here in Ghana. He is His Royal Majesty Eze Dr. Chukwudi Ihenetu. Pardon me if I didn't really get the name. I'm trying. So we'll see you next time. My name is Wandami Hagan. Stay safe.
Useye Gano, Useye Gano. Maweni jise Africana, Maweni jise Uye Ganani, Maweni jise Africana, Maweni jise Uye Ganani. Ghana ya deshima. Yawahuto wa maimo Gano, Gano Oseye Gano, Gano, Gano Yawanana wa maimo Nami Eshra Gano Oseye Gano, Maweni jise Africana, Maweni jise Uye Ganani, Maweni jise Africana, Maweni jise Uye Ganani. Ghana ya dishimano, Yawahuto wa maimo, Yawanije wa maimo, se danenya bieshra Gano, Oseye Gano, Maweni jise Africana. Merci beaucoup. Thank you very much.
Mesdames et messieurs, veuillez vous lever pour la remise des insignes de docteur honoris causa à son Excellence, Monsieur Nana Akufo-Addo, président de la République du Ghana.
Madame le secrétaire d'État, Monsieur le recteur de l'Académie de Paris, Madame le président de l'Université Paris 1 Panthéon-Sorbonne, Mesdames et Messieurs les membres du corps professoral, Mesdames et Messieurs les membres du corps diplomatique, chers étudiants, chers amis, c'est pour moi, vous l'imaginez, un très grand honneur et une très grande émotion de me trouver ici devant vous, dans le grand amphithéâtre de la Sorbonne, l'une des plus vieilles et des plus prestigieuses universités au monde. Honneur, car être ainsi distingué dans ce qui est l'un des foyers intellectuels de la France d'hier et de toujours, m'inscrit dans une lignée qui m'oblige. De Pablo Picasso à mon illustre compatriote Kofi Annan, de Martin Saint à Nelson Mandela, la liste de ceux à qui vous avez réservé cette marque d'estime m'emplit d'humilité. Tout que me touche beaucoup, que mon cher ami, Monsieur le Président de la République Emmanuel Macron, a souhaité se faire représenter à cette cérémonie par Madame le secrétaire d'État chargé du développement de la francophonie et des partenariats internationaux, Madame Chrisuzula Zakarapoulou. Émotion, car jeune avocat, j'ai vécu loin d'ici, 5 rue La Place, en face de l'ancienne école polytechnique, derrière la place du Panthéon. 5 années qui ont beaucoup compté dans ma formation de juriste, d'homme et d'homme d'État. Il est de notoriété publique, et cela m'est d'ailleurs parfois reproché, car ce n'est pas toujours à la mode en Afrique que j'aime la France. En citant un grand homme à qui votre pays doit tant, le général de Gaulle, je peux même dire avec lui que toute ma vie, je me suis fait une certaine idée de la France. Le sentiment me l'inspire autant que la raison. Dans ces murs, à l'abri desquels repose un autre grand homme, le cardinal de Richelieu, héros de la grande et de la petite histoire de France. Je suis donc heureux, à mon tour, de proclamer sans hésiter l'amour qui m'inspire votre vieux et grand pays. Ce dernier occupe une place à part dans l'histoire du monde. Cela ne l'exonère ni de ses erreurs, ni de ses fautes, ni de ses crimes. Mais si la France a occupé et occupe encore cette place spéciale dans le cœur de tant d'hommes et de femmes épris de liberté sur tous les continents, c'est qu'elle a su, quand il le fallait, porter haut le flambeau de certaines valeurs qui comptent particulièrement aux yeux de l'homme de loi et l'homme d'État qui je suis. La liberté, bien sûr, mais aussi la richesse de la justice. Avant d'embrasser une carrière politique, j'ai été avocat. Quand on a été avocat, on le reste toujours un peu. Je ne suis pas ici pour plaider, bien sûr, mais permettez que dans un sentiment de gratitude et d'admiration pour ce que fut et encore la France, pour ce que vous incarnez, vous, professeurs et étudiants, que plus que bien d'autres, avez le devoir de faire vivre ce qui la distingue parmi les autres nations. Permettez donc que je vous dise quelle est pour moi cette idée de justice. J'ai assisté il y a tout juste un mois à Rotterdam, aux Pays-Bas, au sommet pour le financement de l'adaptation de l'Afrique au changement climatique. Sommet préparatoire à la COP27 qui se tiendra le mois prochain en Égypte. L'Afrique, vous le savez, ne contribue qu'à hauteur de 3 à 4% à la production mondiale d'émissions de gaz à effet de serre. Mais elle est la région du monde où les conséquences de ceci se font sentir le plus lourdement. Le sommet pour l'adaptation avait pour mission, en amont de la conférence des parties, de mobiliser 25 milliards de dollars d'ici 2025 pour atténuer les conséquences du changement climatique en matière de sécurité alimentaire, d'infrastructures résilientes, de création des emplois adaptés et de finances vertes. L'Afrique, je vous le rappelle, compte 1,3 milliard d'habitants, soit près de 18% de la population mondiale. En 2050, nous serons 2,5 milliards. Si la France avait connu entre les années 60 et maintenant le même développement démographique que mon pays, le Ghana, votre pays aurait aujourd'hui 225 millions d'habitants, dont plusieurs dizaines de millions de migrants. C'est sur le continent africain que se joue pour une grande part l'avenir du monde. En tout cas, l'avenir de l'Europe et celui de la France. Ce ne sont pas des mots, ce sont des faits. Et comme vous dites en français, les faits sont têtus. 25 milliards en 3 ans pour l'adaptation au changement climatique de l'ensemble de l'Afrique. C'est environ 5 fois le coût annuel des transports sanitaires en France. C'est beaucoup, certes, mais c'est dérisoire. Eh bien, si dérisoire que cela fut, alors que les pays du G20 sont responsables de 80% des émissions, l'Afrique est répartie de Rotterdam avec des promesses d'engagement à l'auteur de 55 millions de dollars. En dehors de l'engagement de la Banque africaine de développement de mobiliser 12 milliards 5. Vous avez bien entendu, je parle bien de millions. 55 millions pour 54 pays. Cela fait un compte presque rond, 1 million chacun. On aurait pu espérer que la communauté internationale aurait démontré une plus grande solidarité avec le continent africain, alors que celui-ci subit les conséquences des problèmes qu'il n'a pas créés. Cela n'est pas juste. Cela n'est pas équitable. L'équité, ce n'est pas un principe lié à la richesse ou à la pauvreté d'une société. Appliquer le principe d'équité, ce n'est pas donner. C'est refuser de prendre un avantage qui ne vous appartient pas. Cela n'a rien à voir avec la charité. Cela n'a rien à voir avec l'action humanitaire. Cela n'a rien à voir avec ce qu'on appelle la coopération. En 2017, pour mon premier discours de chef d'État devant l'Assemblée générale des Nations unies, j'avais souligné que nous voulons construire des économies qui ne dépendent pas de la charité ou de l'assistanat, car de longues et amères expériences nous ont appris que quelle que soit la générosité de la charité, nous resterions pauvres. Un exemple, comme celui que je viens de vous donner, n'est qu'un exemple d'une longue liste. L'équité est liée au principe même de justice. Et une société qui n'a pas le sens de la justice sociale et juridique ne deviendra jamais une société de l'équité. Pour bâtir une vraie société, il faut qu'il y ait justice. C'est vrai au Ghana, c'est vrai en Afrique, c'est vrai en France, c'est vrai en Europe, c'est vrai partout. De tout temps et en tout lieu, la question de la justice a été centrale au développement et à l'harmonie des sociétés comme au rapport entre les peuples et les nations. J'ajoute que la justice, ce n'est pas seulement régler les rapports des hommes entre eux, c'est aussi régler rapport entre toutes les entités qui composent notre univers. Le rapport de l'homme au règne animal, à son environnement, à la terre qui nous porte, à l'océan qui nous nourrit et nous inspire. Nous devons reconnaître ce que nous devons à nos ancêtres, ce que nous devons léguer à nos enfants. De ce point de vue, ma génération a commis de grandes erreurs que les générations actuelles doivent réparer. Nous étions tellement obsédés par le progrès que nous avons parfois négligé la justice. Et pourtant, celle-ci est un principe de régulation, d'équilibre et de partage sans laquelle nos sociétés sont condamnées au déclin. Elle est aussi un principe de dignité, sans le respect de laquelle il est impossible à tout individu d'être en paix avec lui-même et avec l'environnement dans lequel il évolue. C'est vrai d'abord au sein de chacune de nos sociétés. Permettez que je dise ici un mot de l'Afrique. Nous avons, nous dirigeants africains, le devoir vis-à-vis de nos populations de bâtir avec elles des sociétés plus justes, des sociétés où chacun puisse vivre dignement des fruits de son travail, des sociétés où les femmes et les enfants, mais aussi les plus fragiles, soient traités convenablement, des sociétés où chacun, quels que soient ses revenus, ses croyances ou ses origines ethniques, puisse avoir un accès équitable et garanti aux biens indispensables au développement de tout individu, comme dans la société dans son ensemble. Accès à une eau, une alimentation et des soins de qualité, accès à l'énergie, accès à l'éducation, accès pour tout dire à la vie décente à laquelle peut et doit aspirer tout être libre. Je suis de ce point de vue très fier que le Ghana ait mis en place une politique de gratuité de lycées publics pendant mon premier mandat. Elle est un symbole pour nous de la place centrale que l'éducation doit tenir dans l'épanouissement des sociétés et la formation des citoyens éclairés à même d'y prendre toute leur place. Chers étudiants de la Sorbonne, qui avaient le privilège d'étudier pour une somme modique, là où tous de grands esprits ont enseigné ou étudié, soyons conscients de ces privilèges. Ne les perdez pas en des vains polémiques, des petits querelles. Ne sacrifiez pas à la médiocrité. Vous inscrivez vos pas dans ceux de Ignace de Loyola, de Erasme, de Calvin, de Théa de Chardin, dans ceux de Bergson et Janklevich, dans ceux de Marie et de Pierre Curie, dans ceux de Claude Lévi-Strauss, dans ceux de président Cardoso, dans ceux d'Élise Wiesel. C'est une chance. Celle-ci vous confère un devoir, celui d'être vous aussi des éveilleurs de conscience, des transmetteurs de savoir, celui d'aborder la vie et le monde avec un esprit ouvert, sans jeter l'anathème sur quiconque, sans croire que vous et vous seuls incarnez la vérité, que vous voyez des choses qui seraient cachées à des autres. La liberté de conscience et d'expression, la recherche du bon et du beau, l'idée de la justice, donc de la mesure, ne sont pas négociables. Toutes s'enracinent dans un quête universel de liberté. Et si, j'en suis convaincu, chaque peuple, chaque culture a une manière unique d'être au monde. Ce qui nous rassemble, c'est notre commune humanité. Celle-ci doit transcender nos divergences culturelles, idéologiques ou religieuses. L'idée de la justice ne se négocie pas, car seule une société juste est une société stable. Par définition, une société injuste ne peut mener qu'au chaos. C'est vrai, des rapports entre les individus comme des rapports entre nations ou entre États. Il nous faut enfin réformer le système multilatéral qui prend eau de toutes parts. Le monde de 2022 et encore moins celui de 2050 n'est pas le monde de 1945. La crise des institutions financières multilatérales et du système des Nations Unies qui sont nées des décombres de la Deuxième Guerre mondiale est une crise profonde. Elle perdurera tant qu'un système équitable ne sera pas mis en place. Un système qui reflète les nouveaux équilibres basés non plus sur qui a gagné ou perdu la Deuxième Guerre mondiale, mais sur les grands équilibres présents et à venir. Ces équilibres doivent prendre en compte les réalités nouvelles comme les dynamiques démographiques ou l'accès aux ressources dans un contexte de raréfaction. Disons les choses simplement, que les rapports internationaux soient des rapports d'intérêt, de domination et de force. C'est la nature des choses. Et il faudrait être bien naïf ou hypocrite pour prétendre qu'il en soit autrement. Mais le paternalisme, la condescendance, le mépris ne sont plus tolérables. La situation actuelle engendre beaucoup de frustration, d'amertume, de colère. Celles-ci se traduisent par une désaffection croissante des populations africaines à l'égard des pays occidentaux, notamment des anciennes puissances coloniales, dont la France. Je ne suis pas de ceux qui en s'en réjouissent, car je crois viscéralement aux vertus de la démocratie. Jamais, je dis bien jamais, un régime autoritaire n'a fait le bonheur des peuples. Je crois ici bon de rappeler que mon pays, modèle de démocratie et de stabilité dans l'Afrique contemporaine, condamne fermement l'inacceptable agression de l'Ukraine par la Russie. Elle mène le monde au bord du précipice, a des conséquences dramatiques sur les économies et les populations africaines. Le Ghana, premier pays d'Afrique subsaharienne à conquérir son indépendance et s'est être affranchi du joug colonial, dans son cas le joug britannique, a depuis toujours défendu une vision du monde libre de toute pratique hégémonique, dans laquelle toutes les nations, grandes ou petites, coexistent pacifiquement, en qualité, en équité et dans le respect mutuel. Une vision selon laquelle les différences entre pays sont réglées par le dialogue et la négociation, et non par la force et la violence. Chers amis, Alors que nos sociétés deviennent de plus en plus complexes, le besoin d'équité n'a jamais été aussi impératif et urgent. Il ne s'agit pas d'un vœu pieux. L'équité est un devoir. Notre monde est traversé par de profondes lignes de fractures en proie d'importants déséquilibres. Un peu partout, la montée de frustration s'accompagne de la résurgence de formes anciennes ou l'émergence de formes nouvelles de violence. L'alternative à un monde livré au pillage, à l'arbitraire et cette violence, c'est un monde régi par le droit et guidé par l'esprit de justice. Nous sommes au bord de grands désastres. C'est, hélas, la pente du monde. Je ne m'y résous pas. L'inéluctable est l'autre nom de l'abandon. Je vous remercie.
Mesdames et messieurs, veuillez vous lever pour l'hymne national du Ghana, suivi de l'hymne national de la France.
Shragano Useyegano Maweninji Seu Frigana Maweninji Seu Yeganani Maweninji Seu Frigana Maweninji Seu Yeganani Gana ya Dishimano Yawa huto wa maimo Yawa nije wa maimo Se na nanga bieshragano Ose yegano Maweninji Seu Frigano
The Ghana Water Company from Sunday, October 2nd, 2022 commenced spilling of excess water in its dam at Weija. 2 days down the line, this has resulted in flooding in various communities in the Weija municipality. Currently, this is a bridge serving one of the areas in Weija called Away. The bridge serves as one of the parts that leads to the area, and currently the excess water or the flood water is threatening to cut this place off. We understand that a lot of people are currently in their homes and have been left stranded. Those who have been able to brace the flood waters are making their way out of the community. We speak to some of the community members to find out their plight.
It is the main one that serves the community and the new Weija. It links old Weija and new Weija.
And now it is being cut off.
Yeah, and it's the first time, honestly. You know, we had a catchment area. We had a catchment area that was some pits that keeps the water, and then they've come to dump baller waste in it. And because of that, that is what you are seeing. Everywhere is flooded.
You just came from there?
Yeah, I live across.
What's the situation?
Extra worse. People are having to relocate. In fact, for so many years I have lived here, I've never witnessed anything like this. It is precarious. Lives might be lost. Yes, I do. I
understand some people have been caught up in their rooms.
Yes, I mean, it's more trouble. You can't even move your car, you know, and that is what it is. So I decided to check what is happening around this area too, and this is what I see. For about 2 days now, people have not been able to get out of their houses, and it is getting worse. You know, that is the situation. No, it's not waterways. We don't have people building in waterways. We used to have pits where the Chinese dug soil from there. I had to build the National Theatre, you know, and so the waters were collecting there whenever they spilled the dam. But they've come to put baller in it. It's become a dumping site. They want to reclaim the land and sell it. So once they put waste in it, the water has nowhere to hold than to come into the houses. That is the problem.
Say obia nyoma wo nsuo na chi a yeyi yanjiji na yan free ho na ye ba bebue dam no
nti wotumi yi unyama
metumi yi
nti wo dey affect
me dey affect me bebre
omo affect you say no mo point on situation with
omo affect omo no omo ansam ye mo bopa obi ni mo akadem mu sese a o omo di agro obi ni mo akadem mu sese a
and a bridge we pen e kwan e ko ho
anya bridge we pe bridge no so ebi wa ha yatumi fa ha enu anko na eni nne na aye masa Sunday no no mu bueye
area amu you say here
me ba to be 3 years
3 years na enso na ban say na affect you
me see ye niam nyina kadem ye ntumi ni ye me nyina ka ho
nyama den ni den
safa me fancy a fridge ye ntare ye bag niam bi asase e wodam bia ho ye ntumi nwura mu koyi
o ma tumi to school
me ba to han me ba to han na ndi esi ade yi si nya ba bi asole dan bi ne nyina ekodam nya ade bia obi abetumi akọ side me ban se beye edu memene da no enom na so yanti kwasiala no bi ene nso na emasa eti eno da ne ene na sa ayesa eti obi kwa hyedam onum se ebi ebeba sa
mohanu se enso ni be mo no ebi mo se mohanu enso ni tinkense se musi dan wa kense se mo han dan wa
se wo ya ho sa na wo ba de we ha sitie na enkyira wo se ye bia ebeye de ebeba abeto ho eti wonya sidan nso awie wo ya no hwe enye yi yes na ban say they are to no muwa bia obefa so obeboa ye bia no ono a meboa ye pa ne chewala yegu nkotodwe so pa ne chew ye sere no omehue mu kakra na esi ade ye ho kire omehue asene.
So for residents of New Weija, this bridge that links them to the various parts of the Weija and its environs, the furthest this water has risen to is about 6 feet, but now it has gotten to the bridge level, threatening to come over the bridge. We understand that some or several residents have been locked up in their homes, and some residents say this is most likely to lead to the loss of lives. Reporting from the Weija municipality in the Greater Accra region for GhanaWeb TV, George AC.
So we are back on another episode of the GhanaWeb Sports Debate. Today we are combining two topics: Ronaldo and Leo Messi. Very likely that we are not going to see them in the 2026 FIFA World Cup in USA, Mexico, and Canada. So who would you want to see win the 2022 edition between Ronaldo and Messi? We want to see your affiliation, and then we go on. Also, Black Stars conversations and then preparations for the World Cup. Our chances where the team can finish realistically. Do you think we can make it out of the group, get to the semi-final stage and all that? Let me hear from you in the comment section. But I'm going to interact with football fans here at Kwame Nkrumah Circle. It's the Friday's debate. Let me hear from you in the comment section. My name is Joel Leshen, and this is the #1 sports show designed for football fans and Ghanaians. Follow me and let's get some interesting answers on the show. 2022 World Cup, final one I Ronaldo and Messi. So I'm World Cup. Why now person win the career with the World Cup trophy?
I want to say Messi now say win the career with the trophy.
And did I just say we are Messi fan?
Yeah, actually maybe zero, but we wish Messi well.
We wish Messi well. Yeah. But we Argentina team they club now they call World Cup. Now they compare France, Germany, Brazil, any other countries now can
yeah, sure, because for the key players we are more powerful. Di Maria more and others. They are very strong. They have very strong team.
Alright, any team in we predict Argentina and just in a bit Leo Messi beji World Cup no. Black Stars into stage be no bedu.
Oh, Black Stars because as compared to our players, I want other European players near India. You know, baby. Any hope for Black Stars, to be honest.
Alright, so he doesn't have any hope in the Black Stars going forward in the Qatar World Cup, but he's hoping that the Argentine national team will win the World Cup so that Lionel Messi will end his World Cup campaign with a trophy, so that the debate as to whether he's the greatest of all time can continue. Any kind of Leo Messi, any Ronaldo, when our fans in the power.
We found so very now, but World Cup on the young men will be able to imagine. I didn't know because you know to be. That's a mess you not more from comment me and then my crown on Babbage. But so can be team legend. And found and Argentina and Portugal and why now picking is all obey. Oh, we Sevilla. Defending champion crowd France Massage with Massage Jama or it seems to be all my bow here Serbia, Brazil, and Argentina there. And it's also Argentina, any Portugal fate in Black Stars and so. And he ne yebedru. Portugal go adimi na Black Star. Black Star say dey ko ebi keke dia saba. Men ka say beju but say yebedru he. E bi ara stage na mu no bi a group stage na e betimi aya de o bi e be fi wa. Because Black Star there me mo mti particular me nyalo hye mo team ni. Because even kra players na kasa kra e kra no. Me nyalo hye because team Black Star dey afefre ko bo. And we ba akra dey che we aba. I feel we bobo aye ko fana ba we say. Black Star team na kasa say bia. You say o ka me mark full Black Star squad ba mintimi ma. Players do say me bo budini. And we born there adechiro we abo. Coach na kasa ka selection kwa why confused. Who players won for more. team na ankasa. Nti Black Stars team no there as he could be group stage na
Alright, so he doesn't see the Black Stars going beyond the group stages, but neither Portugal or Argentina can win the World Cup, meaning that Messi and then Ronaldo will end their career without a World Cup trophy. Midway, you know, Ronaldo was 700 goals on the club career. So retire maybe a Kolabi baby say wine Ronaldo, then I'll be capable.
Oh, sir, Ronaldo met my channel. In particular, Ronaldo.
And no one I would be confident who they describe Ronaldo.
Oh, Ronaldo, there, if you mean you can crack and can crown or Real Madrid, 3-time champion, Champions League, commit him that kind of. But yeah, anyway, between that kind, no, maybe we are meeting that kind of. I'm a catcher, me must say, Ronaldo, since he was a legend, since he was no, we play.
Ronaldo has been great, but as for the World Cup, it will be a big upset for him to be able to win the Mundial in Qatar. But scoring 700 goals, he believes that is an incredible achievement for the Portuguese superstar. 2022 World Cup, Messi and Ronaldo. Why now be fancy to say on the trophy?
Me a Ronaldo fan, it's Ronaldo. But I some South Ghana, it's Ghana, Pasa Ghana.
Black Star and Pasa. Black Star and Pasa. Now, Opesa, yeah. You bet to me,
I say players. Football is by chance. It's a bit magic.
Black Stars journalists said Ronaldo banned in the career without a World Cup.
I know they on Portugal. The Portugal in a 1 year. Me Ghana in percent. Me Ronaldo fan.
Alright, we Ronaldo fan. Sunday no, was 700 goal our club football. As a Ronaldo fan, send out the
oh, like. Watching 700 goals. No, we are seeing on the World Club goals. Oh, I'm a fan. Oh, good. Yeah, but Messi, I'm a fan. But Messi is good. But oh, good. Oh, good. Yeah.
Actually, be so more retired now. What to say? Kolabi kaso no money bo. As a man, I will
oh. I say history there or history no.
But say my hair mo dai bia en Kolabi be na so ele haladi goat.
Me tell say o ma hair mo da na me tell say history o Maradona ya hwe ne da. Ma hwe Maradona as you see me history. Me I have a ball so ball. Something that classify and then Messi. Okay. That's it. The history or into any kasa be blue.
He's a Ronaldo fan, but he won't be praying that Portugal will win the World Cup. He would love to see the Black Stars bring the trophy on after December 19th to the Kotoka International Airport so that he can also have a feel of what the trophy looks like. But for Ronaldo scoring 700 goals, he believes that he has already done enough, and then it is not a big deal as Ronaldo will keep going up. But he is a Messi fan, but the two of them, a Ronaldo fan, sorry, but Messi and Ronaldo, they are two incredible players that he has enjoyed watching them over the years. Ronaldo and then you Messi. Why now? G 2022 World Cup.
Oh, obviously Messi be fan. What do I say? Yes. From my infancy, I did football actually. The Messi asempa. I mean, say we are hoping and then we believe say he's prepared already. Okay. Then so like I can cast a Messi be fan. The guy is prepared. So we the Messi fans are good to go. I believe it's a Messi Befa. And then I also want to put this across. Okay, I'm a Ghanaian and we are having issues in the country. Black Star crowd, there is some of the politics are 70 years. Person call Yempenu for no more heady Black Star team concept party for a shock you. But I deny politics now. Obias already play a ship and a team ever form and ever form. Team form not just a World Cup. I am one cry. Maybe the Empire na meeting Obama Ghana say you winning World Cup no. Empire na meeting about and this prayer to my works of faith are limited. Yes, I mean but I have to pray because I'm an intercessor. And I Ghana card so yes, Lemu Esla Owusu ne Umpenifo. Esla Owusu ne Umpenifo. Minister for Communication Pachel. Me Makosa line was stadium. Sam Adiachi, I Ghana card. 3 months time, your friend said, "Me call wax stadium, I'm going Ghana card no." Makoji, the Ghana card is here. I can show it to you. I have it here. And you know what is putting me off right now. Me call register my SIM card. Me call you say me Ghana card we say no problem. It took me more than 90 days to get this. So right now, as I'm talking to you, you see we're in 40, and I've not registered myself, and I'm having issues. There's some frost here, on my kasasa, then it will give you a beep, ping, na kati. It will overcast my flash over, and my flash show. This is the concept party we are having. I'm not an alien, I'm not a foreigner, I'm a Ghanaian. And for that fact, we are pleading with Ghana government. So on we mobile, I have it, but it's not working. God bless you.
All right, so he started with Leo Messi tipping him to win the World Cup, and then in the Black Stars, he said that the politics in the team wouldn't make it possible for them to perform. In the World Cup, but he also has a message for the Minister of Communication Eslosu concerning the Ghana card. He has a lot of problem queuing for close to 90 days to secure his card, but he's still not able to use it to register his team. So that's his message. But between Ronaldo and Messi, who do you fancy to win the World Cup in Qatar? Let me hear from you in the comment section. All right, so we are still here on this week's sports debate. We are asking 2 questions. Between Messi and Ronaldo, very likely that they won't go to 2026 World Cup. So who will you fancy to win the 2022 edition? And then the Black Stars, we are about 43 days to the start of the competition in next year. Where do you think that the Black Stars will finish? Realistically, looking at the players we have, our technical ability, and then our opponent, where do you think that will finish? So we are starting with the Messi and then the Ronaldo conversation. Leo Messi and Ronaldo, why now Obeji World Cup and San Obe retire?
CR7.
Who's the CR7?
Aye.
Let's say we're Ronaldo fan.
Some of you United fan and quiet, and I also who say I'm a free ban.
Okay. In this, what the normal goons say, what the Portugal team no tour, over Argentina, over Brazil, Spain, Germany, France, or more chance on between agents.
Oh, chance, dear. This tournament, dear, we can chat and at Brazil. Because France for J and 20 years, then on BGB. Brazil J 2002. 20 years. You share the kind of place see on so dear. Be to am some bed on Befa say Brazil fever. Nothing be Befa dear and can me say Ronaldo ebe fans and there. The carrier baby.
Alright, so he is tipping Brazil because according to him, history and everything favors the record winners of the World Cup. The last time they won it was in 2000, and then France won it before them. So France winning in 2018 means that Brazil are likely to win their 6th World Cup. But if Brazil are not able to win, he's going for his favorite, that is Portugal, to win the World Cup. Now, Black Stars, so your chances to say.
Oh, Black Stars, yeah.
What share your players in we are position being a
Black Stars, dear, your position you do ya anytime as senior players no honor. Because they say team dan kasano, near fresh say Otuado be your team ni yamayan. But all I saw by you your share players be or what want me bench your ma. Almost the same. As on both sign yeah selection if you train the man. Because share your last a year koya. Your boy Asamoah Gyan, ye be Asamoah Gyan say deputy captain no said then. You actually know Asamoah Gyan the day you need Jordan be share the day you not the day you say one pass Asamoah Gyan ball. The same thing that year Koboy and Brazil. Oko committee the same error. It is a day you need Jiramudia. On be senior player, some Sam, who the young stars now, see so more to who say, you better try some gun and near Bogana, no, you better come shine I then Ashe. Into by some women, Jima, Cabin, ain't been do baby, the same old team now. Some women it's not bench. It is almost a set team no anymore. It's my say Jordan any day, it's not bench. Why players me and Ben or person or measure man I was starting 11. Say the Jordan any day me per se e be obebo Jordan. Say the Roa omobo Kudus no Kudus e deserve say obetimi aye den. Abo Jordan you know obo no. Yes I wo me fe say wo ho bebre. Ye wo young stars on my bar omo sacrifice am e wo back ho. Eti date na kire say anytime be bebo de ni nua. Na errors na ye den e repeat ne ho saa. Your players, the senior players, beat say, Osekufuo, you see, Chef Samone, back pass Kake. John Boy, question what 3 times. Still now, you're pushing no anymore. Oh, it's You players do yes as Weija. Kanu, Tama Kanu echo injury. How many years and not in or the spirit at the Nigeria team nechi Emma Omoye den. Almost sign involved in 5 minutes crap on some Weija so bet me up. One goal project. They be a World Cup say near Susan as some Weija at the MSH go near Lucky Pool. And I play a Benadun Sabine Bosse on show go near Lucky Pool. Now we are Yakasa and Brazil Kusha first half. Almost 3 second half. Yeah, to be Obiam and show go to Ayade. And Yadian dear way.
Okay, and into some million number position Ben or Ususa Blasters with me.
I'm no number dear. Maybe to say Abia. The first time African team able to move from the previous stage, about this year.
Alright, so he believes that the Black Stars can become the first African country to play in the semi-finals of the World Cup, but they can only do it if the Ayub brothers are not in the starting 11, because to him they play for themselves and they don't play for the team. Let me hear from you in the comment section. Where do you think that the Black Stars will finish? And then between Ronaldo and then Leo Messi, who will you fancy to win the World Cup? Because it's very likely that we are not going to see them in the 2026 World Cup, which will be co-hosted by Mexico, Canada, and then the United States of America. I have another gentleman here, Bosu Messi ni Ronaldo. Why na ube pese obeji World Cup no?
Metie fo nyina. Metie fo nso medamase. Se mutie floji. Se de binu na kan na CR7. Wona mpese nkoboje. Tie mama ni ada hopa.
In this Ronaldo jeja obetumi aka say ono na greatest of all time.
So wa onim bibia dada. Se ni kwa so ma meka. Wa onim de ekoso.
Na Sunday we no share ne 700 club go. We send na feeling say.
Pe adano sama na. So wa onim de mtimi ye. Eni ense mu yi. Ense usa.
Okay.
Ronaldo the best. Mini papa.
All right. Also Ronaldo personally. We share Portugal team now. More Acadia na ya de World Cup.
So me omni Acadia me de almost say Sa Ronaldo bomba Portugal nko ade. Eye de kora na e benya players o me good o mbetimi agi.
Okay.
Nti e ma me Philippa Portugal de. Me menya kura nka Portugal na enye World Cup.
Okay. Na just Portugal ne Black Stars group mo ya.
Oh, Black Stars there.
Yes, enum say ye beti Portugal for na ye omo adwuma. Nti eno edu a wo be support wan.
Me de sa Portugal for no there, wo ye good. E say nka me call Portugal. Ba me am krom Ghana there. Enipa me ye yi omu firi mu amepe. De da you ni nua no wo firi mo de dekura nkam na ni nua ne ntranche. Ene me ba Ghana echi. So man you no nyina abode na me Portugal. Omienu na me omienu na ye magana boy ye hu.
Okay, adebia ya ka say omumienu na omuwo ma ye ntumi embo. Nanso ye game aye ne Nicaragua eboyi. Omambo bi nanso omantumi ambo bo. Bo no mo boy no. Even though say we need 1-0 but na esaya to kansa. But omumienu na adebia ya ka say yen yi omunfim na team ne be yi no. Sa game no man bobi enso ka ntumi ambo
bone de na nya tro kansa omu omkura na nka bone kura ye ntimi ambo sa go na ebubo 1-1 asese no
ye she 1-0
1-0 no ke ntimi anhye okay ntimi de mi hu se the day you ni nua se ba ko bebo na ba ko atra nche na the new other players ni bi so aba bebo de ya me de me fili Ghana sa bai omienu no tambia omu ba yedi nkuguo tambia omienu bebo bia na yedi nkuguo on no family ball we bobo we nu ahunu nua on pass ma obi foforo ma ne mobile ne nche enti bia be start ya me de nka me hu so wo otimi force ba onua no won tranche kopim se be ko we cap na ba manu asi.
Andre Ayew has been effective for the Black Stars, so I don't really have an issue with him playing in the World Cup. But Jordan, he has not been performing, so he should be made to take a step back so that the others can also be given the opportunity to show what they can do. But between Ronaldo and Messi, he is vouching for the CR7 to win the World Cup, so that it will help the Ronaldo fans to continue their agenda to proclaim him as the greatest footballer to have ever leave this planet. What do you also think? Let me hear from you in the comment section. Ronaldo and Messi, very likely that we are not going to see them in the 2026 FIFA World Cup. At the time, in 2026, Ronaldo will be around 42, 43 years, 42 years. Messi will be 40 years. But Messi has already stated that this World Cup will be his last for the Argentine national team. What's your World Cup?
Nipa nobody first.
Okay.
Nobody it was me. Omumenu no. Nobody World Cup.
And I don't really understand.
So Ghana yendi World Cup da.
Yeah. Okay. So what I just say? More magic be that na. It's nature say. World Cup Brazil na je kese pa.
On kan
fine.
On kan kura.
And
Ombo oye me fine. Me ya ma just fine.
Okay.
But edu Ghana ni Portugal. On kan.
Alright. And Black Stars into
Oba pref EPL.
EPL no be play on the okay, and the Black Stars your chances to say
your chance yentimi kasa. Kay yeminu no tena nchen dia. Dede ayu no nua o mu tena nchen dia. E bet ma ko fa ye go.
Okay. But o man tena nchen.
O man tena nchen ha 1 point kura yenya.
1 point kura yenya.
Yenya. Me do nya me.
But o mu me no e den na I say o mu ye a obia se
o mu spirit ne asa. Obia nyemi bo ne o when spirit ro ba fama obi wo 2 years obi wo 3 years o mo bo Ghana ba o mu bibia asan o mu nye shima o mu bo ana 20 o ma bo ba se o mu bibia nyemi age fi mu musa
and you not just say o mu tena nchen ya bibia
o mu tena nchen ya bibia be okay man
say me to be real, if the day are you and Jordan are not involved in this match, frankly speaking, we are going to go far. But immediately they fix those 2 players. Okay. Ghana should forget about this World Cup. It's better we stay back at home. Okay? Because when the day are you, the 2 of them, I don't know whether it be spirit or whatever. Anytime they fix those 2 players, we know if they perform. We know if they do nothing. So the best way I suggest is that they should, the 2 of them, if it to be possible, they can take them there all right, yes. But they should be at bench. That's my opinion.
Alright, so you heard the conversation for today on this episode of the GhanaWeb Sports Debate. We asked 2 questions between Ronaldo and then Leo Messi. Very likely we won't see them at the 2026 World Cup in Canada, USA, and then Mexico. So who will you fancy to win the tournament? And also we will continue the Black Stars conversations about the team's chances. But the common concern has been Andre Ayew and his brother Jordan Ayew. Others are saying spiritually they are done. So we should put them aside and then let the others also come and then continue the mantle. If they are not in the team, we can go far. Somebody even said that the semi-finals, but if they are in it, we might not even get a point in the group. Let me hear from you in the comment section as far as this conversation is concerned. My name is Joel Leshen, and this has been another exciting episode of the GhanaWeb Sports Debate right here on GhanaWeb TV.
Mr. President, Nana Addo William Akufo-Addo. Leaders are elected to solve problems, but you have only come to create more problems for the country, only to turn around to massage the problems with flowery speeches and empty promises. Ghanaians are tired of your flowery speeches and useless rhetorics. Your so-called fight against Galamsey has been a spectacular failure, and the only way to salvage it is for you to man up and finally begin to crack the whip on your errant appointees and MPP functionaries who are neck deep in the Galamsey business, a business that is killing all of us. Because water is life. And it is said that when the last tree dies, the last man dies. So when you destroy water bodies and you destroy forest reserves with reckless abandon and brazen impunity like we are witnessing currently, you are more than a murderer. Mr. President, we demand the immediate prosecution of all government functionaries and MPP officials who have engaged in illegal mining, such as Charles Visu, Chama Wuntumi. The evidence is clear. The Minerals Commission, your own Minister for Lands and Natural Resources say Chama Wuntumi is doing galamsey in the Kano Nimiri Forest Reserve. You don't need any other evidence before you can prosecute him. And Yowusu, Ekwawusi, Professor Frimpong Boateng, among others. This will be the first step to your redemption and serve as a deterrent to other people within your government and party. You need to send a clear signal to Ghanaians that anyone caught in galamsey will be dealt with without fear or favor, regardless of their party colors.
Be careful about people you associate with, whether they are your learned brothers or learned cousins. Surrounded by so many negative activities and the dangers of implicating innocent people and oblivious to the possession of hidden electronic gadgets, is it asking too much to advise that we be careful about people we associate with? 3, be consistent in all your utterances and actions. Inconsistency is one of the main problems Jesus had to deal with in handling his opponents, that is the Pharisees and the Sadducees and the rest. Jesus tells us to let our yes be yes and our no be no. I don't think I'm far from right in saying lack of consistency is one of the major problems facing our society at the national, religious, and family levels. The 4th point, comport yourselves at all times. The expression of displeasure at the spate of indisciplinary and unprofessional acts among some of you, your colleagues, calls for proper comportment at all times. We appreciate your work and the pressures you have to contend with. One wonders sometimes, however, about the type of education and professional training those in question received, since comportment is not part of the assets they acquired. Such people are best described as uneducated literates or uneducated professionals. They have degrees, they have professional qualifications, all right, but they are not truly educated. Let not this be said of any of you, my friends. 5, avoid complacency in all you do. Complacency, which is defined as, I quote, a calm feeling of satisfaction with oneself, one's work, etc., is generally a derogatory term. It can be equated with having a bloated image of oneself. If entertained, it can cause great embarrassment, so please avoid it. Be courageous in your approach to life.
On this episode of Talkatainment on GhanaWeb TV, we speak to Sheila Echampon, daughter of legendary highlife musician Ernest Owanhene Echampon. She also doubles as a sister of budding Ghanaian singer Jackie. We find out that music really ran in the blood of this family. This is Talkatainment on GhanaWeb TV. We'll be right back. Sheila Echampon.
Hello.
Welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. Your voice slow like that. That's your vibe, or you have a cold?
That's how I speak.
I'm
like that. Smooth.
Smooth like that. I feel it.
Yeah.
Great. Now, you are a daughter to a music legend, Nana Echampon.
Sure.
Sister to a songbird, Jackie.
Sure.
Can we say that music runs in your family?
It does. It runs in the blood, it runs in the family. And almost everybody can sing in my family.
Okay.
Yeah, just that with some, the grades are different. Some of us have more upper hand in bringing songs out, and then some sing. So yeah, it's in the blood, it's in the family. Let's say we're born to do music, and that's what we are doing. Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
So how does it feel being the daughter of a music legend, growing up the community where you find yourself in? Did you really appreciate it that, okay, my father is a big star? How was it like? How did you also relate?
Okay, growing up wasn't anything extra. It was cool. Like he made sure we acted like normal children.
Okay.
Yeah, we felt comfortable in our own skin. Did things that normal kids do. Went to places normal kids go to, and it wasn't. Maybe to the outside it was like, Echampon is your father, but to me I was like, yeah, he's my father. Yeah, so it wasn't anything giddy bia. You know, you go to school. Sometimes you come and pick you up. And then people will be like, hi, Echampon. I'll be like that, maybe from Macquarie, sir. So yeah, it was cool. It was amazing. Yeah.
Okay, so like people mingling with you, did you have people come to you maybe whilst you were young to ask you questions about your dad and all that? Maybe
they did a lot of times. Some will want to know, like, overstep, know what's really happening in the family, like be very, very private. But then we're cold, against those kind of stuff. Like,
oh, okay.
When someone says, oh, are you the daughter of Nana Echampon? Be like, yeah, I am. If the person wants to go deep, like Mufie Moho to say, blah blah, be like, I beg, my own business. I'm the daughter. That's what you wanted to know. You have it.
Sure.
Yeah, and even at the point in time, people will be like, come, it's open Nana Echampon. And after singing, I'll be like, pay up. I just rendered a service, so pay up.
Wait, talk of his music. You got any favorites in there?
Yeah, I have Me Pentem Akomeda and Chain. That song, you see the intro, that sound, that melody, that beat, it kills me.
Wanna give us a line if you like?
Yeah. Okay. Oh. Me Pentem Akomeda and Chain. Tikrachi Jai, and my son, Mimbrawai. Me Pentem Akodoyo, Tiorejai, and my dad, Damio. Me Fufre, and I would draw no say, who will see me, ma. See a shout for fire, I see a do see a gongo.
Okay,
yeah,
okay. So now that you did sing your father's song, are you going to take money from me? Like,
I'm good.
We'll talk about that later.
I'm good.
But Sheila, when did it occur to you that you wanted to walk in the footsteps of your father?
When I was a child, around 9, 10, I had that vibe. But then I wasn't really responding to it.
Okay.
Yeah. So one day, melodies kept popping in my head. Lyrics just kept coming to me. So I told my mom. I was like, Mom, I'm feeling this vibe. At that time, my dad was out of the country.
Okay.
So I told my mom. She got me an empty cassette. I recorded my thoughts on it. She said, when your dad comes back, you can we will go and show the recordings to him. But then she also told me the terms and conditions, no, I broke it. She was like, don't let anyone listen to what you have recorded. But me being me, you know, I made sure everyone listened to what I recorded.
Your friends? Or
all my friends. In fact, the whole house. So my mom got bored. She was like, Unko baby. So she got bored and then we didn't really work on it. After a while, I wasn't feeling the vibes again, so we just stopped. And then somewhere, I think 2012, 2010, the vibes started coming back. I started working on it. But I didn't record anything official. No, I was like, should I do music? Should I not do music? When I was really in doubt if I should do music when Jackie started.
Oh, okay.
I heard love is pretty, pretty, can't you see? I was like, oh, not Jackie cry. Go Jackie, you have my support, you have my love, let's do this. But then once you're called, you're called. When the passion, we have passion for something, you can't really say you won't do it. So it just kept back and I was like, whether you like it or you also do music. So it's either you respond or you respond. I couldn't take it anymore. But then still I wasn't working on it. So one day my sister was like, hey, I was like, oh, okay, fine. This is it. Let me start doing music.
Which year was that?
2020, yeah. And even that I started in 2021. So me now I was stubborn.
I just procrastinated.
Exactly. For so many years I would do, okay, fine, I will do music. I'll call somebody, do you have a, I'll be like, I want to do music, what do you think? Like, it's in your blood. But then, I mean, my dad has already done it. Do you feel I should do it? And when Jackie came into the scene, Jackie today here, make a show no. I was like, okay, fine. I have passion for fashion. Let me go and do fashion. They can do music, so let them do it. And then, as I said, once the calling comes, you can't really say
anything about it.
I had to.
And then here we are.
So far, like, I'm like, why didn't I start?
Why didn't I start?
Way back, why didn't I start? Because I'm loving it.
You're loving it now.
It's really cool.
Great. I have seen a photo of Jackie and your father in the studio. Yeah, once she used it for, was it for a seed EP?
Yeah,
that photo. You talked about the fact that when you wanted to feel it deep down in your body, you spoke to your mom and then she gave you a recorder. Was there a time that you also spent time with your dad in the studio? Or did you ever see him record, or was just him doing music and maybe you were just that kid who used to mind her business?
I was that kid who used to mind her business. I loved singing. I knew I could sing. But did I want to do music? Nah. Me, my own, I was just watching. I was like, I want to be an actress. I want to do fashion. I want to do this. So I was really minding my own business. But Jackie, she even when she was younger, she recorded a song with like one of my dad's studios. So she, yeah.
She was that one who was always close to daddy.
She was like, yeah, me dear, I'm doing music. But me, I was minding my own business. So I was even surprised when I started feeling that music vibe, that I should do music.
It was not even part of the plans initially.
At all. It wasn't at all. I love singing. I used to sing every opportunity I'll get, but then doing music
wasn't part of the plan. No. Great. So where do you take inspiration from? Some people say, oh, when I'm in the bad time, it comes. Is it your father? Is it a musician that you're looking up to, that you want to be like him or her?
Okay, so the music is already in your genes. That's number one inspiration. You have a legend to look up to, and now an international star. So you are inspired by what is in front of you, what your father has done, what your sister is doing, and from you also doing better. That's another inspiration plus motivation for me. So yeah, and then my songs, I get it from, sometimes the thought will just pop into your head. Sometimes it will be the melody. Sometimes it will be like some humming sounds. I record everything. I just make sure, because sometimes you be like, a thought will come, you wouldn't record it or write it down, and then that thought will just disappear. Be like, hey, I think I just let a hit song go.
Oh, okay. So whenever it strikes, you have to put it down or
record, or just if in a situation I can't record or pen, or maybe sometimes when I'm battling, then the idea pops up. I'll be singing the song till I am done, then I'll record it. Yeah, sometimes from other people's songs, you hear this line, you feel like you can work on this line. You hear a backup, you feel like you can work with this backup. You hear a tune, you feel you can work a beat.
So you take inspiration
from so many places, from people's story, from TV shows, everywhere and everywhere.
Great.
It's not limited to one source now.
Now your latest single, the one with Strong Man, like that.
Nawatiana.
Later we'll talk about how you met him and how you cooked that collaboration. But how did you get that inspiration? You write your own songs.
I do.
So you wrote like that?
Like that, I did.
So how did you cook that one, the inspiration? How did it come? Or it took a long while? Some people say they write songs, it was there for 2 years before I finally decided. What was your story?
Mine wasn't 2 years. I think in 2021 December, after recording New Love is a low tempo song, so I wanted something a little bit mid tempo. So I was like, oh, okay. So I was thinking, and like that is actually a sequel to New Love. I wanted, okay, you have your New Love. So after the New Love, what's up? Should I do a honeymoon phase for the song or something? I wanted something like that, you know, mid tempo, slow tempo to mid tempo. So I was thinking, I actually thought about it. How should the song go? But then I really did not get what I needed until this song Buga came out.
Okay.
So I met a group of people in the evening. They were dancing to Buga. And then how I read the mood. You see the songs that way, and then I'm in the mood. I read them, I was like, okay, these people, Buga, and Buga isn't that much of a high tempo song. Yeah, Buga like that, this evening, in this kind of mood, they were having a party or something. I was like, so the idea just, I don't know how it happened, but it just hit. So I just took my notepad, I was like, and then I'm in the mood. I can't, when you're one line, one nest. I was like, okay, if we're in the mood, then one nest. And I remember Nigerians, they really like using this line, Odoyo. I was like, okay, let me add Odoyo. Maybe the Nigerians will listen. So Odoyo, so mood and move. Okay, then move. Let me rhyme here. So it started like that. Thanks to Case Daniel for giving me inspiration.
So give us a line of like that.
Okay. Shake it, wind up, break it, baby, that's right. Shake it, wind up, break it, and now that you I'm in the mood. Adore you, I want to move. Just me and you, move my body to the groove. Me, I wanna dance with you, shake your bum bum, do this for you. I never knew me knew. Yeah. Gonna buckle for you, my baby, smooth like a lotion. Gonna say, baby, my man, like that. Gonna buckle for you, my baby, smooth like a lotion. Gonna say, baby, my man, like that. Gonna say, baby, my man, you know, say, baby, my man. Gonna say, baby, my man, like that. Gonna say, baby, mommy. You know, say, baby, mommy. Gonna say, baby, mommy. Like that. I learned strongman verses, so let me add it.
Okay.
Other Juju so, Pauti to me so, whether they don't know my body was so, and so now, Papa mini go so, and I do you mustn't my mini Joe, so baby, I'm in the mood. She better make a cry, baby, move. Oh, don't suffer me when mommy good. Over me, so I go for booze, baby, we are good. And every time I watch to say bodyguard. Oh God, my baby your body bad. Damn, I tell you lies, so the mean Lucy God. My bomb no, the me true hard. And I do other feeling near deep, Oh man, coming home, baby, when you're Jeep, The Chief never came though.
Can you imagine? I love that, and I love that whole connection in the video and all that. So how did you get Strongman on it?
Through one of my team members.
Okay.
Yeah, after writing the song, I felt, I need Strong G on this one. And then I told one of my team members, they were like, I can get him. We talked to his manager. He was like, no, why not? The song is nice, dope. I would love to be on it. Within 2 weeks, Strongman verse was ready. We delivered. So yeah, shout out to Strongman. Atiana, thank you.
So how's the song performing so far?
So far, so good.
Great.
And I'm pushing it out there to so many people. You know, I'm new.
Yeah.
Many people don't know me as an artist. So yeah, I'm trying to push it out there, and I hope people accept it. And then they show me their love and their support. And I always, I say, and I'll keep on saying, I am not a 9-day wonder. I'm not just here, oh, Nane Champon's daughter, Jackie's sister, oh, 1 song, 2 songs, 3 songs. Nah, I'm here to stay.
Here to stay. I like the energy. Great. On the back of that, we'll take a quick break. When we come back, Talkatainment on GhanaWeb TV continues. You're still watching Talkatainment on GhanaWeb TV with me, Paula Amabruni. I'm seated with Sheila Music, daughter of legendary highlight.
Or something.